Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the most electrifying podcast in sports entertainment. Welcome to UTR Presents The Raw Deal. It's me, your boy, The Hawk, here with the man with the points in his hand because this man has the answers to who actually won
Right.
our predictions titles. Give it up for the forever IC champ and the Are You Serious champion. Give it up for your boy Matty Reigns.
What is up, everybody? Happy Monday, the beginning of the week. 2 more days in the office for me. That's why I'm tired. Um, long week. It feels like already, and it's only Monday. But we
Mm.
got we got some predictions we gotta go through. So I'm gonna just rip the band-aid on off. Reggie, you did not retain. You super didn't retain. Batty, you started off well. Girl, you didn't win. I'm sorry.
What's good,
Cookies,
Cookies?
cookies, where you at, cookies? Cookies,
Cookies is here.
cookies. You didn't want that damn title back, my boy.
The
You
Kanga Dangalang don't want it back, baby.
you didn't want it with one wrong. You only got one wrong. That boy
Cookies,
is
you are
champion again.
Cookies, you are our chat predictions champion once again. The Kanga Dangalang is back.
Now, with us, I don't know who won because Mongo and Tito both predicted a perfect show. They both got OC
Mm.
and Takashita. They got the that right. They both got the all. It's going to basically come down to how long did it take swerving them. How long does it take somebody to bleed? Like Mongo put the first 5 minutes. I don't think it was in the first 5 minutes.
No, I don't remember when he started bleeding. Mongo, you're gonna have to go back and look at that to figure out if either you or Tito are the champion. So we don't know for us, but the chat knows for them, which is odd for once. It's usually
Right.
the other way around.
Oh,
Um,
Tito said he won because if it's not in those first 5 minutes, then Tito gonna instantly win because Tito had 5 to 10 minutes. Like the rest of us had 5 to 10 minutes except for Mike. Mike had first five
first,
with.
yep, first person to bleed. We counted all blood. First blood don't make a difference.
Yeah, first person to bleed. How long it take? First 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. I'm pretty sure it was longer than it took longer than the first 5 minutes. So Tito
Yeah,
went.
I'm. Yeah,
Tito won.
more than likely. And I know I'm picking first. So, and I know I'm
Let's
picking
see.
first the next one. Yeah.
What? Yeah, Kenny, you'll be picking first.
Then Mike.
Then Mike. Then
Then
me.
you. Yep.
Then Mongo.
Cookies,
So
don't
that
be saying congratulations to that motherfucker. Fuck him.
he called a perfect show. I didn't. None of us did, except for him and Greg, the only people that started that.
Bullshit ass motherfuckers. Anyway, since we already talking about it, let's talk about AEW All Out. AEW All Out, folks, was being held in, of course, Chicago. Why? Because, of course, they needed that hatred.
Mm-hmm.
They needed that hatred because you know why? Who was going to be there? Jack Perry, damn it.
Right.
So they needed that hatred. They needed to have some place where Jack Perry was going to get booed out the building. Oh, before we go any further, you are absolutely correct.
Right.
Rest in peace to the great actor James Earl Jones. James Earl Jones has been a staple in pretty much everyone who watches this chat and everyone who has children
Like
has
if
been
you
a
ain't
staple. If you've been born between the years of 1970 to 2024, you have been somehow greeted
if,
with the effect of James Earl Jones.
yeah,
He,
basically if you are over the age of basically if you're over the age of I would say 15 years old, you should know who James Earl Jones is because, like you said, he's been a staple in entertainment. If you like Star Wars, he's a voice of Darth Vader. If you love
Right.
Lion, if you love Coming to America, you better know who's love.
King, the moniker I have gone by on many of occasions on this show, King Joffrey Joffrey. That is where I got that name from, Mr. James Earl Jones from Coming to
I'm
America.
married to the king. I'm dating the king. Who told you that? And who
Exactly.
told you that?
If you watch The Sandlot, he was the guy who owned Hercules, the who was also James Earl Jones has been in movies. Even if you want to go to another level of his acting, if you want to go back, he was in the movies Conan with Arnold Schwarzenegger back in the
Yeah,
day. He did that. James Earl Jones has been a staple in our media for decades upon decades upon decades.
if you watch CNN, this is CNN.
His voice iconic. The man worked all the way up until his last day. Rest in power, Mr. James Earl Jones. You will be missed, sir. You are definitely, for sure, an icon. Definitely for
Definitely
sure.
an icon.
Definitely for sure an icon. Um, Also, on another note, rest in peace to all of our hip hop fans out there. As we know, Rich Homie Quan passed away as well. So rest in peace to him and his family. Make sure our condolences go out to them. So it's been a rough week for like celebrity passing away. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's been a rough week. But Mr. James Earl Jones, good grief, that man,
he had
that
a hell of a life for 93 years old. He lived a great life.
right,
Um, he's an EGOT winner, one of the few people to win an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony Award. So
right,
that tells you how much of a badass he was and still
hmm
is because he's one of the first people I remember when they started all of this like AI junk. He had
hmm
already gave them permission basically to use his voice for Star Wars because it got to
forever.
like, I'm not about to keep coming in there and doing stuff. I'm too old. Y'all like he's like I've recorded so much stuff. Just use my voice.
Pretty
And
much.
I was like, oh, okay.
Like he gave them the okay too. Like, yo, he's like, because let's be realistic. No one is ever going to be able to redo the voice of Darth Vader.
Exactly.
That voice is original. That voice is it. And you can't replace that voice. So he's like, yo, I said enough words. Y'all can do what y'all got to do. No, no, I
Right.
don't mind. I don't mind. Let's keep Star Wars alive. Let's keep it rocking, baby. And right, but now that we've gotten that out the way, let's get into AEW All Out. We started off the show with the pre-show. We had the Acclaim, Anthony Bowens and Matt Caster defeated the Iron Savages, Bronson and Boulder. I don't know if anybody's ever seen the Iron Soldiers, but they look like two miniature versions of Ivar. That's what they
Mm,
look like. They look like two miniature versions of Ivor. They aren't bad, but they aren't great.
right.
Um, yeah, this match was, uh, uh, this match was exactly where it needed to be. That's what I'm going. That's how I'm going to say.
Right.
This match was exactly where it needed to be on the pay-per-view card. There we go. That's the best way to describe it. Next match actually surprised the hell out of me and was kind of really good. And the part that was really good about it was I had forgotten how well the match was hologram Sammy Guerrero and Dustin Rhodes um defeating the
The,
premier athletes, which is
yeah.
Tony Nese, Ari Daivari, and Josh Woods. The part that entertained me the most, I forgot how entertaining Tony Nese was.
Right.
I really forgot how entertaining Tony Nese was when Which
Greg said that same damn thing.
Cookies, you a freak. Ain't never too many trios for you, freaky boy. Shut up.
Greg said the same damn shit. He's like, what's all these trios matches out here for?
Yeah, we first of all we have four goddamn pre-show matches, and three of the four are trios matches.
Right.
Three of these four are trios matches.
Like, talk about
Exactly, Cookies.
everybody on the card.
Exactly.
He's like, we can call
Exactly.
a spade now.
Right. I actually forgot, like I said, how sorry about that, folks.
But yeah, Tony Nese is very entertaining. I like Kenny was
Nia just
saying.
came back in. Nia just came back in from a walk, so she's excited. But
Oh,
yeah, that's what that is. So, but Tony Nese being and also forgot the fact that Josh Woods is a hell of a good wrestler too.
man.
You know what? You know what? I forgot that. I forgot that when I got introduced to ROH, really, it was during the Pure tournament. So a
Mm,
lot of these guys that I saw wrestle were wrestling. You know,
mm.
they were doing it under the Pure rules, and Josh Woods was one of the guys in the tournament. And it was like, yo, this kid is really. I really forget, and that's sad because, like I said, Tony Nese is good as shit as well. Because if you don't remember him being in WWE, he was good there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he
Tony
really
Nese
was.
is good there. Josh Woods was good in the Pure tournament, and it's sad that ROH doesn't get the burn that it needs to, so that way I can remember how good these guys are.
Yeah, because when you just said his name, I was like, I remember him when he started in ROH, like when they were on regular TV, and it was
Right?
the Goods Woods. I'm like, oh yeah, this dude, he looked legit. And like
Exactly.
you brought that, you hit the nail on the head. They need to get a deal. They need to be on TV. Stop putting them. They don't need to be behind a paywall.
They
Like,
really don't. They really don't. They need to be highlighted on TV because ROH has tons of really good talent. And then on top of that, you got to remember, you got famous people from your main card holding titles on that roster.
right?
Like you got Dustin Rhodes holding two titles on that roster, if I'm not mistaken. He's a double champ.
Yeah, something
So
like that.
like they gotta work this out. They gotta get a TV deal, man. They really, really have to because you have so much talent. But because yeah, Sammy Guerrero and Dustin are the tag champs, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And Dustin is part of the trios champs on
Yep.
ROH as well, too. Like you got main roster dudes holding your belts. Get these guys on TV. You got a good promotion here, Tony Khan. You really do. Hologram
Right.
is something different. I think this may have been the first time that I really, really watched a match with him. That motherfucker jumps around the ring a little too much for me. It was like, sit your little ass down somewhere. Shit.
Oh, they ain't gonna get rid of Rampage, or they get. I honestly feel like if they never signed CM Punk, they would have never had to jump the gun with that fake brand split because when they
Mm-hmm.
basically said they were getting a new show, everybody, including myself, thought, "Oh, that's where ROH is going," but nope.
Right. Psych. Say. Oh, then we're gonna get to that in a minute, brother. But next up, of course, Hologram and Sammy Guerrero and Dustin Rhodes win. Next up, another trios match. Bang Bang Gang. You know those was my boys right there.
And
Austin
they
and
better have
Colton
beat the
Gunn
Dark Order's ass.
beat the monkey and my boy Juice
We
beat
do
the
not care
shit
about
out of
no
the Dark
Dark
Order.
Order no more.
It's unfortunate too. It's unfortunate. You know, they defeated Dark Order, which consisted of Evil Uno, Alex Reynolds, and John Silver. In our final
Trios match. They went
pre-show
back
match,
to
hold on. In our final pre-show match. Not only is it a trios match, it's a three-way trios match.
They
So
said
there's
we gonna give
nine
y'all. Y'all got sick of
motherfuckers.
6 people. We gonna give you 9 now, baby.
Nine motherfuckers. You had the Undisputed Kingdom, Matt Taven, Mike Bennett, and Roderick Strong. They defeated the Beast Muertos and Shane Taylor Promotions, which was Shane Taylor and Lee Moriarty, and Action Andrade and Top Flight.
Yeah, my little new favorite team in AEW because they just now went from being a tag team to being a whole damn faction now.
And you know what? It fits them. They might
I
as
love
well
it.
be. They might as well be because you know what? Like your man Action Andretti, yo, he legit was the makeup Top Flight cousin. He's like a
Right,
cousin. Cause when one of them went out, they'd be like, "Hey, yo, cuz, I need a match. All right, I got you. I'll be right there." Like
right.
he was a cousin that always spent the night. So instead of saying auntie, he called auntie Ma also.
Like they
Like
just
he was
brought
a
in, and then they brought in a big cousin in Leo Rush.
right. Right, that's exactly what happened. Like it really looks like a bunch of cousins that finally was like, you know what, we just gonna have one big ass sleepover and nobody gotta go home anymore.
And Layla Grace is that she just the tomboy
She
cousin.
she the cousin that can braid everybody hair.
Right.
That's what she is. She the cousin that can braid everybody hair. So that's why she's there. You know what I mean? So but Undisputed Kingdom, of course, as we expected them, they what? All right,
They gonna
folks.
win. They gonna do everything. Of course, they gonna win. They got to because Adam Cole ain't there. They got to look good until he's better.
All right. Now, the beginning of All Out. First matchup, we have MJF defeating Daniel Garcia in a 23-minute and 40-second matchup. I'm going to
I
be
was shocked.
honest. I'm going to be honest. This match could have been 10 minutes shorter.
Yeah,
I think
when
I, I think if it was 10 minutes shorter, it would have it would have made it would have been a lot better. It would have been a
because
lot
by
better.
the time it was over, because it was 23 minutes, and then we ain't even including entrances and all that. Because when you said, because it was like I checked on Twitter, and you was like, "Oh, I lost already." And I'm like, "Oh, you should be like 2 matches in by now." And I looked, I said, "Ain't this the first match? Come
Yeah,
on now, like, I got 8 matches. Why are y'all like that? Didn't need to be 23 minutes." I agree with Kenny. Like
like
that could have been
it
a 13-minute match, and I would have been
good,
happy.
right? And the thing about it is, we still know that Daniel Garcia has not signed a contract. So, Mongo was saying in the chat, does this mean, you know, the whole thing? If he won, that means he's staying. If he didn't, that means he's leaving. So, what does that mean for Daniel Garcia right now? Is he staying? Is he leaving? No
Yeah,
one
because he
really.
won, he lost, but then he killed MJF, and we're like,
Right,
well, what the fuck is this? Like, if he's leaving, that don't mean nothing,
right.
and if he's staying, it still don't mean nothing.
Because you lost the fucking match. You know what I
Right?
mean? And they gotta. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that people love to critique how WWE is dropping the ball on people and how this person is should be on television and this person should be on television and this person should be champ and that person. I think AEW is really dropping the ball with Daniel Garcia. I like Daniel Garcia. Of course, Mongo hates his dance. I had told Mongo the other day, I said, yo, that's like his sensu bean, like it gives him strength. When he does the dance, it juices him up, baby. That's how he gets his his kick
Yeah.
in.
I started liking Daniel Garcia coincidentally when Chris Jericho was still like worth a damn. His feud with Daniel Garcia when they were going back and forth, and he was like, "Are you
Right.
a sports entertainer or are you a professional wrestler?" That was honestly the last time Chris Jericho gave a compelling like promo and argument and all that when he was calling himself the Ocho.
Right.
That was great. Daniel Garcia, once he like did everything in that, I'm like, all right, Jericho actually made somebody. Let's see what y'all gonna do with this. They ain't do nothing with it.
Right.
I'm all right.
And it's like, yo, you had to have something to come with it. You had This man come out in Buffalo on a pay per view with West Side Gun, the hottest Buffalo, one of the hottest Buffalo
Right.
rappers out, doing his personal theme song, and y'all had him lose that match. Like, what the fuck? Like, y'all gotta do something with Daniel Garcia. I
Like
think
y'all can't. Y'all are making him the white swerve at this point. Like, bruh, we like him.
right,
Everybody likes this dude. Dude,
right,
just do right by him. Why you got him just looking stupid? And Damien, that is a good point. He said, "Well, MJF gonna be off TV too." Yeah, so yeah, that is a good point. But it's just like this is just gonna be weird. This is gonna be dumb. It's gonna be weird. But like Damien said, they're gonna if MJF is gonna be off TV for a while, then by the time he comes back, they're gonna assume that we're gonna forget that it was Daniel Garcia. And that's if Daniel Garcia doesn't resign. If he resigns, MJF is gonna come back for Daniel Garcia just to
exactly,
ignite that feud.
right. And if that's the case, Daniel Garcia has to win it.
Right.
Like, they got to do something with Daniel Garcia. Exactly, Reggie. What's going on, Reggie? Reggie and Kanisha hate to let y'all know. Cookie
Y'all
King
didn't win.
Dangalang is back. Cookies has won the belt. But Reggie, you said you wanted a recount. Kanisha, you didn't know. Yeah, you lost, mama. Exactly. Exactly, Reggie. He got Mina Shikova doing the dance over in Japan. So you know it's this kid is over. AEW has to do better. They
Right.
have to do better with him.
They really do.
Because
Like,
that kid,
because I honestly don't even. I don't think he's going to sign with WWE. But it's like, all right, what are you doing, AEW? Honestly, I don't blame him for making AEW wait because hold
Cookie's
on.
only cook no Cookie's only got one question wrong, brother. That's why. Cookie's got one question wrong, you got two. Yes, we're gonna get to that in a few too, Damien, about Kiana James no longer being on the active roster. But let's get through AEW right now. MJF, like I said, defeated Daniel Garcia, and as Matt brought up,
Hold
then
on.
Daniel Garcia.
Because I see what he's talking about now. All right. So even with the double. So, all right, cookies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Reggie, he got a double on Will, so that gives him 2 points. Then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They tie. They tie. They didn't get that right. They didn't get that right. All right. So unfortunately, Reggie basically retains by tie because they
Ooh,
tie.
Ooh, ooh, damn, cookies. That hurts.
Because we know they didn't bleed in the first 5 minutes.
Mm.
Cookies out here, the uncrowned king of Dangling. That's all right. The uncrowned king. That's what I'm gonna call you. I just recounted it. Damn. I'm not that concerned about this fake ass title.
Yeah. Ooh, fight. But so next matchup we have.
And real talk, I really do not care about this. Like me doing this is just out of the kindness of my heart, just because I kept up with it for the show.
Mm-mm-mm.
Like honestly, I do not care.
Oh wow, pink cookies in a plastic bag. Wow, he took it the old LL Cool J on you, cookies. Wow. Next matchup was the Young Bucks, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson against Blackpool Combat Club, Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta for the tag team championships. Young Bucks, of course, retain this matchup. Decent. It was decent. I'm not gonna say
Right.
great. It was decent. It was. I honestly think this matchup could have been on maybe like a Dynamite instead of this, but okay, it was decent. Next matchup in a 20 minute and 20-second matchup, Will Ospreay defeated Pac for the AEW International Championship. I liked this match. This match had a lot of high energy. This match had a lot of spots in it. But like I told you guys in the chat, I feel like Pac's whole repertoire has been reduced to Hurricane Ranas and Poison Ranas. Like I
And
felt
when you said that, I had never even thought about that until I kind of had to like think about it, and I'm like, oh shit, that is really all he does, and then he does his finisher.
yeah, that's literally really what they have him do. They really only have him do like I swear he did about 15 Hurricane Ranas in the
And then
goddamn
like, and then
and
the
it was
sad
like,
part
all right.
was that it was just like, damn, he lost. Like we knew he was gonna lose. Then the way he lost, it's just like, well, damn. But they were
Like,
like, he
yeah,
got a standing ovation. I'm like, no, no. Standing ovations don't pay bills.
but first off, Osprey took his motherfucking dome off
Right, he
with
talking
that
about something he can't
goddamn
hold his
hidden
head.
blade.
They're like he can
Good
still hold
grief.
his head up high. I said, no, fuck, he can't. His
That
head is
head
gone.
is that head was in the third row. Somebody was holding that shit up like
The
Al
damn hidden
Snow.
blade, the hidden blade wiped him off the mat, and they talk about so he can still hold his head up high. How? How?
Somebody was holding that shit up like I said, like Al Snow. What does everybody want? Hey, what does everybody need? Yo, that last one took his yo. That last one almost straightened out his haircut. All right,
Man,
that shit took his brain off, boy. But I really feel like his repertoire has really just been reduced to Hurricane Rana, Poison Rana, Hurricane Rana, Poison Rana, Poison Rana, Poison Rana, Broken Arrow.
yep,
I'm like,
that's literally his
damn,
match.
Pac. I'm like, damn, Pac, you getting as bad as how I was feeling about Finn when I was like, all he was doing was drop kicks.
Like
Like,
Neville had way more moves.
oh yeah, oh yeah, Neville had way more moves, way more moves. But all in all, still a great matchup. Yeah, they got to do something with his visa, his work visa, because this man's work visa be for like one paycheck. Like his
Yeah,
work visa be for like 2 weeks, and then he got to go back and then get it reapplied. It's like something got to happen where he can stay for a
right,
while. Like, all right, and now what I and Matt have considered match of the fucking night.
right.
Contender for match of the year, in my opinion. Chris Statlander defeated Willow Nightingale in a Chicago street fight, 15-minute fight. Bravo, ladies.
That was a good ass.
Bravo, ladies. Bravo,
They told a good
ladies.
ass story. It hurt my heart to see Willow tap out.
But it
That made
made
me.
sense that she
That
did.
made me want to cry seeing her
It
lose. Like, damn.
listen. Usually, like I was saying in the chat, usually with hardcore matches, especially with AEW, they can have a tendency to get a little bit too cartoony with it. Like, running people over golf carts and shit like that. Same way WWE at times can get very cartoony with it. When it comes to female hardcore matches, I don't really think we've seen too many actual good female hardcore matches from either promotion.
Right.
WWE or AEW. I think the maybe what was it, Sasha and Charlotte hardcore match was probably the best hardcore match we've seen from out the women's division up until that point. This match, hands down, is the blueprint on what a female's hardcore match should look like. This
Right.
right here, hands down, could be the blueprint of what a hardcore street fight match should look like. Period. These two women bust they ass, and to come out after Osprey and Pop, so you know the crowd was hyped for them to come out after them and for them to put on the damn match. Like I said, in my opinion, match of the year contender.
Like, hey, that was a good ass story that they told. It was hardcore. It was a good ass type of hardcore where you weren't like, oh my god, this is just gory. It was all right. We see that y'all really hate each other, but y'all ain't gonna be like the main event. Y'all ain't like the main event of the show. We see that
Right.
y'all it's girl hate. We see that y'all hate each other, but y'all ain't trying to kill each other like that until that ending. Then you saw like, okay, they ramped it up as the match got.
Exactly. That's exact. That's exact. There you go, Matt. You hit the nail on the head. Literally, like they literally. It was like a train going. Like they built up steam for the
Right.
entire match, and it kept the crowd hyped. They were hyped. They, bravo,
Like
bravo,
that ending
ladies.
when she pulled out that chain and she reared back. I'm like, oh Willow,
Oh,
you gonna have to tap because
b-
she
b-
got you.
bro, I literally said that to myself. I was like, "Oh, baby, tap, baby,
Right,
now, like, please, cause you gonna die." I don't think
right.
she playing. I don't think she playing. She got that new manish tattoo across her chest. She about to kill you, Willow.
It was like she tapped and the crowd they just like, yeah, it's tapped, but they looking at Willow like, you still did that. Y'all both
Right,
did that.
right. Those two ladies put on a fucking show.
And
Bravo,
Stokely just
ladies.
stood there.
Bravo.
He just stood there. He ain't even get involved all like that.
Not at all. Like, bravo, ladies. This was all like me and match of the night.
That was
Favorite match of the
definitely
pay
my
per view,
favorite match.
hands down, hands down, hands down.
Like Willow might have
Next,
lost, but ain't nobody lose. Nobody
not a
lost.
damn person lost
Y'all
in that.
won.
Not a damn person lost in that. And each of these women built up enough momentum that each of them are legit viable contenders for that world title now.
Yeah, definitely.
Each of them have built themselves up to that point with this matchup.
Right.
Bravo. Bravo. Next up, we have our four-way match for the AEW Continental Championship. Um, Okada versus Mark Briscoe versus Orange Cassidy versus Takeshita. Okada wins via pinfall. Wrong winner.
Yeah. It's like that was the perfect time to get the
Wrong.
belt off of Okada without even having him get pinned. It would have been that would have been great. But at least they know the same thing we know. We want Tashida to win. We
We
ready to
want
see him get his due.
we want my boy Take a Shitter to get a belt.
Like it's time
Takeshita
for him to
needs
get
a
a
belt.
belt. He said he's tired of being out here losing. Y'all had him and Okada face off in that fatal four way, that four way. They looked at
Hmm.
each other and it's like, yeah, y'all know what we want. Just give us
Right.
what we want.
Exactly. Like literally you had the past and the future with each other right there in the ring. It's time for the past to give it up and give it to the future.
Yeah.
It's Takeshita should have won this matchup. Wrong winner. That's what I'm gonna say on that. Next matchup, I believe honestly was the worst matchup on the card and the most boringest matchup on the card. Um, the AEW TBS Championship,
Oh yeah, that shit
Mercedes
was
Monet versus Hiroshita. Of course, Mercedes Monet won in a 16-minute and 30-second matchup. I'm I don't have anything positive to say about this matchup.
I mean, it's the one thing I kept seeing people talk about is they just kept saying that Mercedes needs to get a different finisher. That finisher she's using, no. And I
I
agree. That
I
finisher is too much. It's too much.
I have absolutely nothing positive to say about this matchup. And for once, I'm going to take my mother's advice. My mother said, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. And for once, I'm going to take. And for once, I'm going to take this woman's advice. Our next matchup for the AEW World Championship in a 27-minute and 35-second battle, Brian Danielson defeated the scapegoat Jack Perry. Nothing over the top. We knew that was going to happen. Good, solid
Right.
matchup. I'm not a big fan of Jack Perry, but it was a definitely good, solid match. Good
Like
match. Good
the
match.
shock, the surprise was honestly everything that happened after the match. Like nothing in the match was
Right.
the match.
Nothing in the match was too like unpredictable.
Right.
Well, what we're referring to is the fact that after the matchup, the BCC with Pac, who somehow is a part of this new BCC, came down to celebrate with Danielson, raising his hand, and out of nowhere, Claudio European uppercuts the shit out of Danielson.
Man.
You know what? You know what, Reggie? You was right. Eddie did say Claudio was a piece of shit. Eddie Kingston was right. Claudio uppercuts the monkey shit out of Danielson, sends him back on his ass. Danielson looks up at him like how a kid looks up at you when you give them a pow pow on the fucking hand, like, what the
Uh-huh.
hell? What was that for? Like, legit confused. And as he's sitting there looking confused, Mox decides that, oh, a couple of million people and a couple of thousand people in attendance and a couple of million people watching need to be a witness to a murder. The man puts a plastic bag over fucking Danielson's head and chokes him out.
Man, I'm
Uh,
so shocked they did that jump. Cause even I'm like, yo, that ain't something y'all need to be showing. That ain't
that
something y'all
really
need
is not. That
to
really is not. That really is not. Like, if I'm not mistaken, paper bags was the one thing our mamas damn sure didn't let us play with when we was little.
Right.
Like that paper, like if we got a plastic bag in it or something like that, our mamas definitely was like, get that shit off your fucking head before you kill yourself, stupid. Like our mothers would
Uh-huh.
whip our ass if we played with a plastic bag. Okay, so mm-mm. And like Reggie said, poor Yuta. Yeah, Kanisha, Moxley put a plastic bag over Danielson's head and choked his ass out. Poor Yuta. Yuta seems like he wasn't down with it. He's trying
Yeah,
to get
you
up in
was
there.
definitely the innocent. He was not. They did not clue him in on that
That
happening.
all right. So your boy Yuta is sitting there trying to get the breaking it up, and Pac is like, "Nah, you ain't going nowhere, nigga. Stay right here."
Right.
Him's him up. Him's his ass all the way up. All right. So now, of course, we all know now. I guess Mox is going to be the one who beats Danielson to take the belt from him. I am so tired of John Moxley. I am so tired.
He's
John,
because
you know what?
they
Moxley is tired of Moxley, I think.
because the shit that pissed me off is all right. He stopped Christian Cage from cashing in. Like, bruh. So y'all making it that obvious. Like, nope, no, Christian, you not cashing in. And like, let him cash in. This is like the people already mad. Just make them madder and let Christian become the AEW champion.
No, like,
No.
I think you know what it is.
And honestly, if they
I
did
think
that and let Mox beat him, we still would have been just like we are right now. But it would have been
you,
delayed.
you know what it is. I think you know what I think is going on with AEW. I think AEW is trying to show WWE viewers and people backstage at WWE. See, you guys couldn't do this with Mox the way you guys, the same way you guys are giving Roman and Seth your multiple runs and making them head of your company. We could do this. Mox was that type of player. We can do that with him too. You're absolutely
Yeah,
right. You absolutely right. You most certainly can, and you have done it. Give that man a break. I really think that it's to the point now where Mox is tired of Mox. Mox is like, yo, I just want to go home.
I just don't.
Like,
I don't see. It's just so much. It's too much too soon. Okay, we get it. He's a heel. All right, cool. He's with Marina Shafir. All right, cool. Now it's like, no. Now he in hostile takeover to BCC. Why?
mm,
Why is all this stuff happening so fast? Now
it's
he's
too
beating
much.
up. Now he's turned on Brian Danielson. Like he ain't even like we haven't even established. He's only had like what one promo and like explain and not even hardly explaining his actions. Now it's
Look,
everything up. Boom, boom, boom. It's like, hold up. Why
it's
are we
it's
rushing?
it's too much. It's too much. Like, I'm I'm
Like, why are
I'm
we
not a
rushing
fan.
through this? Like, it's that we know Brian Danielson need to be retired. Then why did you put the title on him to begin with? If we're rushing all of this stuff along, like this seems like, all right, you getting up out of here. Yeah,
Could have saved it for Swerve. Like, could have kept the
like,
belt on. Like, it's
they could have let Swerve
mm,
retire Danielson because now it just seems like we're on a fast track to getting Danielson getting the belt
retired.
off.
Mm-mm. Now we're on a fast track to get his ass retired.
Right.
That's the thing about it.
They're like, you get
Um,
your easy title defense. Now you about to really die.
right. Bye bye. Yeah.
No
Mm-mm.
goodness.
I wouldn't be surprised. And in our main event, and probably definitely one of the most gruesome matches I've seen in a while. I mean, it made sense that this match was. All right. There were a lot of people who were not happy with the amount of violence in this match. Hangman Adam Page versus Swerve Strickland. Um, Hangman Adam Page wins, and this is a lights out, non sanctioned steel cage match. A lot of people online were upset with the amount of violence, blood, guts, everything that was shown in this matchup. Folks, if you were upset with that, then I'm going to be honest with you. You are not an AEW fan and you have not been watching the product. The beef and the hatred that these two men have built up for each other over the past year and a half, almost 2 years, culminates to this. Remember, Swerve went inside Hangman's house and touched his baby. Hangman burnt down Swerve's childhood home.
Right. Like
Like
everything makes sense.
these niggas have done some wild shit to each other. So hitting somebody in the head chest with a staple gun seems about right.
Like the only thing that shocked me, and even then, it didn't shock me because we just went through everything. You touched my baby. You burnt down my house. I just bought it. And then he came out. His Tron was the burning house.
Mm-hmm.
Just to rub it in even more, like, oh yeah, I know it's already seared in your memory, but let me remind you,
Right.
I burned that shit down. And it's just like, oh, okay. But that like the needle was the only shocking thing to me. But even then, because what I'm like, what did he inject him with? Because someone say he probably injected him with something that would just make him just have to take it. Like he couldn't block it. And I'm like, oh my God, that is ingenious. I
What you
said that
call it?
is sadistic, but that I was like, that is great. Like that's
If
just
anything, if
you
anything,
don't
it
hate.
probably if anything, he probably what you call it. I would Novocaine.
Yeah, he's just
But
it's like you ain't got nothing. You ain't blocking nothing. You about
but
to be just sitting there.
Here's the shit that made me laugh. Everybody, oh my god, Hangman ripped out his grill. Y'all do know those ain't Swerve teeth, right? Grills
Right.
come out. Niggas take these shit. Niggas take them shits out at night to clean them and put them like grills don't stay in your mouth. Oh my god, he ripped his grill out. Yeah, yeah. Niggas take them out and brush their real teeth yeah. Grills come out. Yeah. All right. The hypodermic needle, I was the first of, oh my gosh, a hypodermic needle. What other type of needle is there, folks? What other type of needle is there? Like he stuck him in the mouth with a regular fucking syringe. Okay?
He
A
hit him with
regular
that needle.
he stuck him with a diabetes needle. All
And
right, right
I
in his
saw
mouth.
people getting mad at them over the chair shot, but
Now
I
the
knew
chair shot looked wicked.
I was like, that chair is super fake. I saw that instant. As soon as he hit on it, oh, that is the fakest chair in the world.
But you know
like,
what I will?
he fell apart before it even hit him. So I was like, oh, that chair fake.
But you know what? I ain't gonna lie. That shit still had a loud ass pop when it
Hell
cracked
yeah.
over his
Oh
goddamn
my
head.
God.
That shit, I ain't gonna lie. I was sitting there like, well, what in the Mick Foley is going on here?
It was like, needle, bink, 1, 2, 3. I'm like, what
Not
just
even
happened?
a 1, 2, 3. That shit, the ref said, Swerve, you alive? Swerve on a
It was
bucket
like,
of chicken and some sunflower seeds. Yep, he's knocked out. No more.
it was like, ding. I was like, what the fuck just happened? I was like, I was like, I know he went with the chair, but that's like a gunshot.
That motherfucker, crash. That's exactly how that shit sounded. Crash.
And then even
Okay.
when they raise up the cage and all that, they raise up everything, and like even seeing Hangman is just shocked. He's just stupefied. That man is just in shock.
Hangman sitting there. Hangman sitting there like he said. Hey, you know what Hangman was sitting there going on himself? He said, "Shit, I'm gonna go to jail for a hate crime, ain't I?"
Basically,
That's exactly what Hangman was thinking. He was like, "I'm gonna go to jail for a hate crime because I think I
and
hit this little
someone
black."
pointed out on Twitter that he had a whole conflict of character as he was going up the ramp because they have the heel tunnel and the face tunnel. They said he was getting ready to go back through the face tunnel, and he was like, "Oh no,
yeah.
but it ain't that no. I ain't no face."
You sitting there like, yeah, I ain't no good guy no more. After that,
Right.
I just killed me a black boy on TV. I'm the most hated white man in America right now. That's exactly what he's thinking. He's like, I killed America's favorite black guy right now. Yep, they gonna hate me. Tony, I just want to let you know I'm gonna have to go back to West Virginia and chill out for a long time because they gonna try to get me. Just to let you know that there, Tony. So, but overall, all out, I would give. Here's the thing: when I first gave my initial report card for it, I gave the show a A+. When I first gave my initial report card, and then Mongo reminded me of the Mercedes match. He also reminded me of how long the Daniel Garcia MJF match was. So that then took the grade from an A+ down to a B-. I'm giving the show a B-.
Yeah, I give it a B minus. It was a decent show. They just had some matches that should have had different endings. Yeah, I see it. See it, Tito. I just watched it. It'll be the Street Profits. Yeah. Yeah, because we could have said that for tomorrow, but
All right,
well.
we'll talk about that tomorrow. Let's go over Raw real quick. So far, advertised for tonight, we have the Wyatt Six are taking on American Made in a street fight. Well, they gonna die.
They're gonna die, and they kicking off Raw because the first
Right.
hour is commercial free. They're gonna
We
die
also,
during the commercial free hour.
all right. We also have advertised. We have the final matchup for to decide the number one contender for the Intercontinental Championship, the Fatal Four Way. We have Jay Uso versus Braun Strowman versus Ilya Dragunov versus Peter Dune.
You know who ain't winning? Peter
Peter
Dude.
Dune. Peter
That should,
Dune is not
that should,
winning, folks.
that should be Jay Uso all day.
Wow. We also have a women's tag team title matchup as Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill are set to defend against the Unholy Union, who's remarkably somehow managed to finagle a rematch clause. Something that
they,
hasn't been, worked in
they
forever,
won a match last week to become the number one contenders again.
which
And
is crazy.
we get
We
to
just,
fight again.
I don't even know. Bret Hart is scheduled to return to Raw since they are in Alberta, Calgary.
Yeah.
Damien, you mentioned that earlier. Brett, cool with me. Brett, a 49ers fan, and he down with the swirl. I ain't got no beef with Brett right now.
Brett gonna come out there looking like Brett. Then also speaking of Brett, we got the Strat Pack versus Lyra Valkyria, Zelina Vega, and a mystery partner. And that's gotta be Natty, right? That's gotta be
Yeah,
Natty. Natty coming back, y'all.
it's gonna be. We also gonna have Drew McIntyre respond to what he did to CM Punk. And the last matchup that I see they have scheduled for tonight is going to be Dirty Dom against
Oh yeah. Green
bring
Ranger, baby.
them
Dragon
bring them
Sword.
dragons out, baby. Our boy Dragon Lee.
Yeah. Dragon shit. That's my boy right there. Dragon Lee. You about to lose tonight, though. You gotta lose to Dom. That's gonna be a good
Right.
ass matchup of two unowned people. That's gonna be a great ass matchup. A lot of folks is gonna be, because I'm pretty sure I know Kenny will. They're gonna be watching Jets, 49ers. This is the season premiere of Monday Night Raw. This is the beginning of the next 3 weeks of it being Raw on basically USA, WWE on USA.
USA. That's
They
gonna
using
be Monday, Tuesday, and Friday.
They using this hour free in the season premiere because they know Monday night. It's the first week of NFL. Hey, we gonna be commercial free because we just trying to keep up because we know ain't nobody gonna really be watching. So
Because I am not watching no fucking wrestling tonight. I'm being honest with you.
if I do watch some, it'll probably be Bianca and Jade, but I'm gonna be right there with Ken. I'm gonna be watching CMC, Aaron Rodgers, George Kittle, Bang Bang, Niner Gang. I'm gonna be watching them. I'm gonna be watching them. I'm gonna be
Exactly.
watching them. I ain't even a 49er fan, but I'm gonna be one tonight because I've ever watched them than Aaron Rodgers. Shout out to
Listen,
Garrett Wilson though, Ohio State.
listen, listen. I am anybody that's watched this show, anybody that knows me knows I am a die-hard 49ers fan. I've been a 49ers fan since the 80s. That's how old I am, and that's how long I've been a fucking 49ers fan. I was a fan when we were 13-3, and I was a fan when we were 3-13, damn it. Still talking my shit the way I do. And
And
tonight, guess what? Aaron Rodgers' ass is going down again.
everybody in the bloodline is a 49er fan. Bailey is a 49er fan. Like, you gotta like if you don't like the 49ers, you gonna like have to like the 49ers or you gonna pay it. And they got all the best players. Like CMC. Come on now. Everybody like Christian
Brandon,
McCaffrey.
Brandon,
Everybody
not
like
you.
Debo.
People, my man Kittle.
A
Whoo!
wrestling fan.
My man Trent Williams. Don't get big boy started.
They even got a boy named Brock.
Brock, aka Glock Purdy, baby. Pull it out. Glock Purdy, baby. Let's get it. But uh Mongo just sent us a weird ass message in the chat that supposedly a couple of NWA talent has been spotted siphoning gas from fans' cars.
Good Lord. They that
Wow,
broke. They that
that
broke.
is that is horrible.
That is
That
broke.
is that is horrible. Good grief, folks. Don't forget you can follow us at facebook.com
Don't
forward
be out here
slash other.
siphoning gas.
Please, please, please go take a picture with these guys so they don't have to steal your gas. All right, pay for the
Right.
picture.
Tell them that
Pay
20.
for,
Because it might be
right,
your gas.
right, exactly.
Not
Folks,
your
don't forget
ass, your gas.
you're gonna be wondering why your ass is stuck.
I filled up my tank. No, you didn't. You didn't
No, the
want
fuck you
to. You didn't
didn't.
want to get a picture. You didn't want to buy a shirt.
Exactly. Just buy the merch. Just buy the merch, folks. If you want to leave the arena, buy the merch
Right.
because they clearly shutting shit
Because if
down.
you leave your car there, it's gone. That's the other thing. You get stripped.
Right. Folks, don't forget you can follow us at facebook.com forward slash under the ring pod and twitch.tv forward slash under the ring pod. You can also find us at linktree forward slash under the ring pod and fingertip.com forward slash under the ring pod. There you'll also find out individual links. You'll find, of course, the man behind the boards, Greg Bush SK. You'll also find me, Rock Ribs 44. You'll find Mike Punk ass, Mr. Freshbeard. You'll find out Forever IC champ. Are you fucking serious, champ? The right answer. Fucking predictions, champ. Bitch ass.
Right.
Bordia Maliente Tito, bitch ass motherfucker. And our local correspondent, Justin D. Baxley.
Yes.
Yes,
Taking gas.
taking gas.
Siphoning gas out of people's cars.
Just buy these niggas merch, please. Because
Right.
like they out here, oh, you don't want to take a picture with us? We gonna take the gas out your car. That is some broke nigga shit right there.
Right.
Like, good grief. Folks, y'all have a wonderful evening. Always be safe. Take those pictures. Take those pics. Buy that
Right.
merch. Keep your gas. So you're not walking on your ass. And do the dog. Hey.
Peace out, y'all. Shout out Logan.
What's going on, Logan? Thanks for joining us. Yes, you do, Cookies. Buy that shirt.